We've all got antiques. They're supposed to look dated, but there's a fine line between dated and dirty.
And Christian Lund, the owner of Fancy That Antiques in Wilbraham, is here to show us how we can keep our antiques clean. Christian, we've got some antiques here, I see.
Here we are, yeah. So
everybody has this. I want to start with the wood and the leather because it's so easy to make it look like, you know, after time it doesn't look good, but there's a way to make it look new again.
Right, so basically in the shop what I use is a feed and wax. It's a beeswax based formula with orange oil. So I'm not endorsing the company, but it works very well, and I'm going to show you why. Here's kind of like a before shot. You can see back here there's a lot of just oxidation and scratches and this and that. And I'm going to flip it around, and this is an after. So it kind of makes it hydrates the wood, and it also makes the wood pop. So
now does that hydration stick in there for a while, or do you have to keep reapplying?
Once a year.
Oh, that's it?
Once a year, yeah.
Not
So
bad.
it really hydrates the wood, especially walnut, oak, cherry, maple, yeah, and it takes away scratches too.
And it makes it look so nice and shiny.
And so once again, if you're in the store, you can probably find this at a hardware store. You're looking for something beeswax-esque.
Right, yeah, beeswax, yeah, you'll see it in there.
And can you put it on leather too?
You can put it on leather, so here we go. Here we go, Denise. So, nice shot here. It'll hydrate the leather. You can do that once a year. It's not really made for leather, but it still works. You can do a leather conditioner on leather, but I do use it on leather with furniture.
Gotcha. Okay, and shall we move on to silverware?
Yeah, so...
Like this. This is looking like it's a little tarnished, would you say?
So, yeah, basically this is what happens when you just leave it in the drawer for a year.
Because it oxidizes?
Or 75 years, yeah, it oxidizes. So, you know, there's components in the metals that mix with the air, and it just oxidizes, versus a sterling silver piece right here. That takes a little bit more to oxidize.
I was going to say, we need to show people this, because this is, you've cleaned it.
I cleaned this, and if you flip that over, Seth.
There it is.
So that's the previous. So that's a year. That's just a year's worth of oxidation.
So how'd you get to this point where you cleaned it so well? What'd you do to get it clean?
Basically, I use this. It's almost like a toothpaste. It's a silver polish that you can use on.
Well, if you're tired, don't use that to brush your teeth, right?
Right.
Make sure you grab the right stuff.
I use this nice stuff. You can find it in a hardware store. So this is the oxidation that just comes off, as everybody probably well knows, that it comes right off on.
And is it just as easy as applying a little bit to a cloth and then polishing?
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna try it.
Go on. It's just like brushing your teeth.
Can this be cleaned?
This can be cleaned, yeah.
Well, and there's a difference between these two things, because this is sterling silver, and this is a faker.
Right. So this is silver plate. So under here is brass or copper. And that's important. So we're gonna do a test on this too.
Okay.
We're gonna test real silver from fake silver, real gold from fake gold.
So you'll be able to tell and not get bamboozled.
Right. So while you do that, I'm gonna do this.
Okay. So this is silver plated.
This is silver plate. So we're gonna test this one. This is a really good test. So this is nitric acid, and I'm putting it on a spot that I kind of drilled into a little bit. And if it turns like an aqua color, you see that, Ashley?
Yeah,
it's bubbling. You see this?
Yeah,
right here?
it's aqua blue.
Yeah, it's bubbling.
It's a pretty blue.
So you want to run for the hills with this. This is really worth it. I mean, in value-wise, it's not worth much.
Now, if you can get your hands on some of this nitric acid, could you bring it to a yard sale and try to, be all sneaky and dip it on some things?
You could. I mean, you'll send a red flag to the people that, their stuff is like real. So if you want, let me test this.
Yeah, absolutely. Test this out.
Will that ruin
salad
this
spoon
if
here.
you put the nitric acid? So you don't want to ruin people's silver-plated items.
It will, but it won't ruin sterling silver. So on sterling silver, we just get like a milky kind of white coffee, like cream and coffee color.
And that's a good thing.
And this will buff out. That's a good thing. So you don't want aqua, you want the coffee and cream type of color, because this is solid silver. It doesn't hurt it.
And now, if you don't have some nitric acid, because not a lot of people have nitric acid, in their medicine cabinets, you can check if it's sterling silver. You want to see 925 written on it somewhere, right?
Yeah, 925. As we can see, the camera won't see it, but on the back of the spoon or fork, it'll say 925 or the word sterling.
And that's how you know.
92.5% pure silver. So.
And you can buff out that.
Oh yeah, that'll buff out with
I was going to say, I'll buff it out for you.
Put a little muscle into it.
There we go.
Let's see.
You'll get buff while you're buffing. Okay, so now we'll test gold.
Yeah, so now we're going to test gold. Nitric acid, again, works. It's great for metals, but this is really nasty stuff. So nitric acid, if this fell on the floor right now, it would pop, and it would just make all these gases. So
What if it happened if it got on me?
It would turn.
Did it get on you?
It would turn your skin
think
yellow.
so.
And
Oh
you
no.
would start screaming, crying, and
Really? Would
we
it burn?
don't. We don't want that.
yeah. So you want to just be careful with it, and just have a paper towel handy. So what I'm going to do is pour this right on this gold test here. It's kind of hard for the camera to get in, but if that gold holds up to this acid and doesn't disappear, which it's holding, that's a good sign. That means it's real. This is 24 karat gold. It's not
This
doing
is.
anything.
So nothing's
it's
happening.
inert. It's good. So what I'm going to do on this one, this is a fake piece on the right hand.
Oh, you already scratched
side.
that. Yep.
So I did a pre-scratch. That disappeared. Do you see that, Ashley and Seth?
So that means it's not real gold.
Right, and I'm going to put it right on the piece of jewelry there. You can see this, just the gold plating.
It's
just
bubbling a little
cooking.
bit.
It's cooking it right off.
Is this gonna ruin it?
Yeah, you don't want to touch that, but you're okay. Yeah, it'll ruin it. So, but it's a.
I hope it's not a treasured piece.
No, it's not a treasured piece, but it's a good testament to it. You know, the acid doesn't lie. So I use this in the store all day long, and it's kind of cool because it's like Science 101. There you go.
I'm pretty proud of my work there.
You're strong. You're
I was, if
Very
if you need
nice.
anyone help around the shop, I'm a good polisher now.
What are you doing this afternoon?
I got nothing but time.
Science 101, we're gonna be doing this, making our own Play-Doh. See, look at that.
Yeah,
Not
maybe
with
stick
nitric,
around, make some
not with
Play-Doh with us.
nitric acid,
Can I try
though.
some? I haven't used Play-Doh. I used to eat it. It was so good. I don't know.
Don't worry, we're gonna have some.
Hey, Christian, lastly, there's something special about pictures. You're not supposed to clean them no matter what.
Yeah, you can clean the picture frames, but don't touch the pictures. I've even ruined some pieces of artwork that were worth a lot of money just by spraying some pledge on there and going boo. But no, you want to save that for somebody that does restoration. But you can polish the frames. Just be
really, because you never
gingerly.
know when it's something
Right.
special.
Exactly.
Christian, it's a pleasure having you here. This looks great. I think we're all going to be in better shape when we go to yard sales.
Definitely. Thanks so much, Christian. Hey, coming up